Happy New Year! Welcome to the Pretty Tarot YouTube channel, and this is the January 2018 reading for Taurus. I hope you guys are having a blessed New Year so far, and I'm going to be putting out the 2018 readings as soon as I'm done with the January readings. Now, for those of you who are new, this is a general reading, so it can apply to different areas of your life depending on what the energy picks up. It can apply to love, life, and relationships, jobs, career, and finances, family situations, health, whatever it is that the energy will significantly pick up that is going on for you guys, okay? And this reading can apply to the sun sign, the rising, the moon, and the Venus and the Mars in my reading, if those areas are significant in your chart, like I have a Virgo, Venus, and Mars. So I may be able to relate to a Virgo reading, okay? So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you guys in this particular month. Oopsie doopsie. But keep in mind that because it's a general reading, it may or it may not resonate with all of you, because there are so many Tauruses out there that it is impossible to connect with all of you and all of your energy, okay? So definitely seek out a personal reading with me if you are interested in getting a reading that you know will 100% resonate with you in your personal energy. Now, it looks like you guys, as a focus this month, you're dealing with the fact that things could possibly feeling stagnant, or things could be feeling like they're not going anywhere or they're not getting anywhere, and that could be having you worried and having you guys kind of like, concerned, and things also could be feeling slow as well, or just feeling like things are taking a long time to grow or move forward. So if you have anything that you invested or planted seeds with in any area of your life, you're probably feeling like, why is this taking so long? Or why does it feel like I'm not getting anywhere? Or why does it seem like nothing's going anywhere? But if you guys know, every farmer is aware and wise enough to know that when you plant seeds, they do take time to grow and manifest. They do take time to for your investments to show growth, okay? It doesn't happen overnight, and it takes nurturing of the seeds you planted and the crops and whatever this is you invested in. It takes truly nurturing your situation, whatever it may be, to really see that growth, take off. But it's going to still sometimes could take a while. But so what's kind of aiding, though, the fact that you guys are concerned about stagnation or slow growth, or things feeling like they're not going anywhere, or wanting to see your investments pay off, you guys are possibly considering stepping out, taking a chance, and maybe taking a risk, though the risk could involve possibly being burnt if you're not careful or whatever. But nonetheless, you're willing to step out, take a chance, and take a risk, okay? Because of that, because of you feeling stagnant and things feeling slow and feeling like they're not getting anywhere, or not seeing things pay off, or seeing that growth you want. Now, what's aiding that here is, like I said, you guys are worried, have been worried, concerned, or having sleepless nights, possibly even some regrets, or just all in your head and just really worried or whatever. Maybe even dealing with some depression or anxiety, maybe even in tears or whatever. But and it's in regards to a fire sign here that you may be dealing with or involved with, which could be, an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, or it's someone who has fire in their chart if they're not a fire sun sign. This also could be someone who is a leader. They may be bossy, they may be dominant, they may be charming, charismatic, they may be very sociable and chatty, they may be someone who likes to travel. There's someone who could be very passionate, someone who they may also be bossy, meaning they also could be a manager, because I said they're a leader, possibly. They could also be conceited and arrogant, and temperamental or fiery as well. So it's someone who could match these characteristics if it's not exactly a fire sign or somewhat fire in their chart. But whatever the case is, they're causing you some sort of grief or some sort of stress or some sort of regrets or worries, depression, fears, sadness, sleepless nights, whatever it could be. And it's like I said, it's because things feel like they're not going anywhere, or they feel like they're stagnant. Things just feel slow, or like the investments with them is not paying off, and you're kind of like anticipating stepping out, take a chance or a risk, right? But what's hanging over the situation is you're trying to stay on top of things. You're trying to stay on top of the competition. You're trying to hold your own here. However, either, you are expecting things to smooth out, or you're wanting things to smooth out, and things go from being, a rocky situation to, smoothing out, or, you may be wanting to see things move forward that may have been a little complicated. It seems like what's hanging over this is, trying to stay on top of it, trying to make it work, trying to hold your own here with it. And it could be competitive or whatever, but it also appears that for some of you, though, with this, that you really got hurt here, and it just, whatever this was that was hurtful to you or caused you grief or sadness or to be in tears about it or whatever, it took you by surprise. It wasn't something you expected, or maybe this other person could be in shock or in surprised about the fact that it has someone in tears or someone feeling hurt about it, okay? Whatever it was, it wasn't expected at all. And it's funny that, like I said, my eyes are playing tricks on me because I thought this was the Six of Swords, but this is the Three of Swords. So with that in mind, there could have been, what's hanging over the situation is some disappointment, some heartbreak or something, Could have been a third-party situation, or just, someone broke your heart, or, some sort of disappointing situation or something disappointing happened. But whatever it was, you guys probably didn't expect it. You probably didn't see it coming, or the other person didn't expect it or see it coming. And you're trying to, like I said, deal with it, manage it, stay on top of it, handle it or whatever. What's underlying your situation, Taurus, is you really know you need to take charge and take control, and you may want to take charge and take control and do what will benefit the greater good of all in the situation. You may need to make the hard choices and decisions and make the tough calls as well, and even if that means seeking out wise counsel or using your experience or your wisdom to make those tough calls and tough choices, but that's what an emperor does, and they take charge and they take control, and it's empowering, because you have a path to take, or you definitely have some options or some choices or some decisions to make that you may have been unclear about, so you have more than one path you could take, you have more than one option to make, or one option on hand, period. But you really need to decide and, no longer kind of be unfocused about it. You need to get focused about it in some form, and just go ahead and, decide what it is you need to do or what it is you want to do. In the past position, Taurus, could be over the past few weeks, past few months, over the past year, maybe beyond that, you either needed to work on some things, or you were working on some things in regards to your security and your stability, or this pot of gold that you anticipated at the end of whatever storm or whatever that you were going through. In the present situation here, it looks like there is some form of communication or some small offer in regards to something that holds some value or meaning to you. It could be money, it could be a promotion, it could be a raise, it could be a small opportunity in some form. Whatever it is, it holds some value or meaning to you, and it comes through as communication or maybe an offer in some small form. And like I said, keep in mind this can relate to any area of your life here in this reading because it's general. But you're taking some time to think about this communication or this offer that holds some sort of meaning to you, or maybe related to some money in some form, possibly. Okay. You may even begin to start to regain your peace of mind over it, to where you can finally start to sleep again in this present moment, you know, because you are taking some time to think about it and kind of, you know, get better perspective on it. Taking time yourself to think also can help people restore their peace, okay? Whereas they may have felt confused, and it could have had them in a bad place where they were, you know, losing sleep over something. You're coming out of that, you know, and you're also taking some time to think about it for some of you, you know. Now, what you're concerned about, Taurus, is that something came up and, you know, caught you off guard. You probably didn't see it coming. It came by surprise. It could have been a dramatic situation. It could have been drama. It could have been things fell apart. It could have been bad news. It could have been good news, maybe. It could have been some kind of news. Something came up. Whatever it was, something came up and caught you by surprise and caught you off guard, okay? And it really did cause you to take a fall or a tumble here, or it tripped you up in some form, okay? It also is possible that you needed to be patient about something, and not being patient could have, could have caused you to make some sort of error or something, or trip you up or something, or whatever, you know. Whatever it was, something took you by surprise. And I get this again here, that something took you by surprise, caught you off guard, or it took somebody at least by some sort of surprise and caught you off guard because it came out of nowhere, or it was just at least unexpected or shocking in some form. Now, the outside influence that you have here, Taurus, here with the Six of Cups, it looks like something or someone from your past here returns to your situation. It could also be some form of nostalgia and going back down memory lane. It also could be someone making an offer, and you just don't see it coming. You just don't see it coming. Whoever this is that's coming to make an offer of something nice or something to put in your cup, because you're over here, or this person over here is over here putting something, they're putting flowers, something beautiful into their own cups here. And they totally don't see you or whoever this is coming to make an offering, to put something in his cup, you know. And this could be something or someone from the past, or just memories from the past or whatever. But in regards to that, it seems like whoever this is that resurfaces from the past, or is back from the past, or whatever memories you hold of the past, nostalgic or not, it's causing you to feel neglected, or to feel left out for whatever reason, or it could be that, you know, you're not, whatever it was, it caused you to not feel like you fit in, or maybe you felt like you didn't fit in back then, or maybe this person felt like they didn't. But it's also possible that it wasn't enough. Something wasn't enough. Whatever it was, or whoever it was from the past, it was just like a letdown in some form. And, you know, it's also, you know, because this is the five here, the Five of Pentacles, in which, in this whimsical tarot, it's presenting the scenario that this ugly duckling, if you know about the ugly duckling, who didn't fit in with the other ducklings, and they made fun of him, you know, and said, oh, you look weird, you look strange, you don't belong with us, you're ugly. And this person felt down about it. They felt out. They felt like an outcast. They felt like they didn't belong. However, this duckling just didn't realize they were going to blossom into a beautiful swan. They never fitted in with these other ducklings because they weren't a duckling at all. You know, they don't realize this yet, but maybe they eventually will. And that could be, you know, what happened in the past, or what, you know, was an influence of the past, or a person from the past that carried that influence, whether they made you feel this way or you felt that way about them. But the Five of Pentacles in the traditional deck is all about usually you see two people and they're experiencing poverty because they're poor, they don't have enough money, or they're literally out in the cold freezing, you know. So but they're staying outside of a church though, however, where they can go in and seek the help they need and seek belonging and assistance and things like that. Sometimes it, you know, it refers to someone being poor in health as well, okay? But this is all revolving with the past here, or something from the past coming back, okay? It could be something haunting you from the past, but in your obstacles and challenges here, though, this month, Taurus, you know, you have this thing where you need to make a decision that could affect your luck here and turn things around for you step by step, but you probably haven't made that choice or that decision, and you may be struggling to make this choice or decision because it's one that impacts you greatly and it may impact others greatly. And so it's a very passionate decision or choice that you need to make that you may be not able to make yet, but you know it's going to change things for you, okay? It's going to change your luck in some form, even if it is a step-by-step process. But what you expect, though, in your expectations, Taurus, like I said, you kind of know that you have a choice to make between one path or another, one thing or the other, one direction or the other, but you may be slacking off with this, you know, because it looks like, you know, the shoe has fell off on the other foot here, and you're laid down taking a rest because you are tired, old and worn out from this, whatever it is, okay? And you're just kind of clunking out, you know, you're tired, you're just tired and worn out from the fact that you know you need to make a choice or decision, and whatever it is that's going on, it's just wearing you out. And you know, with the Eight of Swords, though, the Eight of Swords is all about, typically though, this feeling of being trapped, or this feeling of limitation, this feeling of restriction. And whatever choice or path you need to take, you may be feeling that it has some restrictions to it or some limitations, or you may be feeling like you may be feeling too limited and restricted to just yet choose a path or make a choice or a decision, okay, or to pick a direction, whatever this is. In your future position, though, Taurus, between, you know, now and the next few weeks or the next few months, you know, and let me go back to this restricted thing. Sometimes the Eight of Swords can also be a contract or a marriage or some situation that legally binds you, you know, that could also have you feeling like you're stuck. And maybe that's why, you know, you're struggling to make a decision or a choice between one path or direction or another, or you need to, or else you're going to stay stuck where you're at, you know. You don't want to stay stuck, and you know you need to make a choice between a path or direction, you know. But that's some of you. But between now and the next few weeks or the next few months, you guys, it seems like you're going to end up with a hassle, or end up with some sort of conflict, or you're going to end up defending yourself against either someone being less than honest, or someone cheating, or someone taking advantage, or someone taking for granted, or someone taking something that didn't belong to them. And this may come as a hassle to you. This may cause conflict in petty quarreling, fighting, or for you to be on the defense. Maybe, you know, someone accuses you of cheating, or you accuse someone else of cheating, or someone being less than fair or less than honest, or someone taking something that didn't belong to them, or someone taking someone for granted, or whatever it could be, you know, or just being taken, you know, like swindled or whatever. Be careful of that, okay? Be really careful of that, because this is a warning. It may have already happened to some of you, or some of you it haven't happened yet, and this can be taken as a warning. Keep in mind, we have free will to proactively do what we can to either try to prevent negative things from happening in our situations, or to be able to choose how we perceive a situation. You know, instead of looking at a situation from a negative perspective, we can choose to look at it from a positive, and also look at this as a warning. Now, sometimes some things are unavoidable because some things are destiny, because they're meant to put us on a certain path or to teach us something or something to learn from. In that case, like I said, you may have to change the way you perceive something and see, well, there's an upside or there's something to learn from this or whatever, okay? Now, and the other thing to know is, with the personal reading, some of you are going to have a slightly different future prediction. This is just general for the entire Taurus energy for this month. So you all may not experience this exactly the way this is being presented. Some of you may experience something more positive, or some of you may experience something slightly different. So that's another reason you may want to seek out a personal reading, so that you can see what comes up in the cards for you as an individual, not as, you know, the entire collective of Taurus. Now, your outcome here, like I said, it looks like you guys, the same way you were concerned about being restricted or limited or tied into something you cannot get out of. And keep in mind, this card usually points out that it's more of a psychological or mental or emotional hang up rather than a reality. For some of you, it may be an actual reality if you are tied into any kind of legally binding contract or some really tough situation. However, the rest of you may be able to wiggle yourself out of this if you choose to, and take that blindfold off so you can see ahead of you and walk through those swords and free yourself from this limiting situation that you feel, like I said, you're limited, restricted, and gain this fresh new outlook in life, or gain this new fresh opportunity here for you in your life, whether it's in your love life, jobs, career, finances, family, health, whatever it could be. This is a new fresh outlook. This is a new fresh start. This is a new fresh opportunity. Whatever it is, it's something new and it's refreshing. For some of you, this may be for your love life. Others, this is other things going on in your life, you know, but you can't gain this if you still stay limited or restricted, whether it's a mental, emotional, psychological hang up, or if you allow yourself to hold yourself back here in this situation. Because this is a card that, like I said, it's telling you that you don't have to be this way, even though you feel this way. It's all on you. Okay, so that's your outcome. But if you want this, you got to go and get it. You can't sit there and hold yourself hostage to a situation that isn't going to work in your favor if you stay there. Okay, so for those of you, if you're concerned about being stagnant or feeling like things isn't going anywhere, it's because you have to free yourself, you know, from that limiting or restricting situation or that contract or whatever it is you can, so you can get that new fresh start, that new beginning. Now, I'm doing the advice part here for you guys, and to see what advice you guys get. But keep in mind, like I said, the future outlooks and the outcomes and stuff, they may vary based off of you all as individuals. Okay, so if you see something you don't like, or you're wondering, if you're curious, what is your future outlook versus the whole entire Taurus sign, because like I said, we all have unique natal and birth charts and energy to work with. Every Taurus is not the same. Every Taurus will not have the exact same situation. Okay, this is just generalized for you guys. So you can go to prettytarot.com if you're interested in getting a personal reading. In the future, I'm going to offer like readings where you can just ask a question or two, or, you know, different other kinds of readings. Okay, and for those of you who would like to support this channel, you can go to paypal.me/prettytarot to donate to support this channel, and I appreciate you guys. Okay, so you guys with the Angel Tarot here, you have the Star. This is indicating optimism. This is indicating hope. This is indicating that you may get your wish. You may, or you may, or you just may remain or become hopeful and optimistic and positive about your outlook here or your situation. So the card says happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. So that's a good sign there for you guys if you're wondering if you're in the right path or not. For others of you, you might still be a little confused, you might not, but like I said, a personal reading will give you personal advice for your specific situation if you feel like you need something more specific for you, okay? Wow, interesting. I just did a reading for Aries, and they got the same card. It's a shame card here for some reason. So some of you may be feeling less than proud of your situation or your circumstances. Some of you may not be too proud or thrilled with the choices you've made or the choice you feel you have to make, you know. However, you don't need to feel ashamed, okay? You don't need to feel ashamed. You need to just allow yourself to become free and unrestricted by ideals, okay? And by what everybody else says you should be doing, or what everybody else deems as success, or what everybody else deems as the norm, or whatever this is that, you know, is causing you to feel less than proud or less than thrilled in your situation here. You know, just follow your heart, follow your passions. Allow yourself to heal as well from these misconceptions that have been placed on you, or that you have placed on yourself based off of your desire to either want to fit in or be accepted. Maybe someone in the past made you feel bad about your choices in life and the direction you're going. Don't allow that. You know, allow yourself to be your own person and do what you feel suits you. So that you can release yourself from that restriction or from that shame or whatever it is. Now this says, don't stop. Don't stop. Whatever it is that you're doing, you know, and you may be wondering if you're doing the right thing or if you're progressing right or if you're going in the right direction, it's telling you don't stop. Continue to do what it is that you're doing, okay? So like I said, you have to do you. You have to do you. You can't allow something or someone to make you feel any kind of way about what it is that you are doing that you feel is right for you. Okay, you have decisions to make, you have a path to take. Make sure what you're doing will suit you and your purpose. Okay, free yourself from that restriction, from that limitation, so you can get this fresh new outlook, which will make your life a beautiful one, or will allow you to feel beautiful. Okay, I got a ton of these bad boys coming out at once. Too many cards come out at once, I'm not fooling with it. But this one here, it fell by itself. So this card here, it says, tell the truth. Now this could mean being honest, not only with yourself, maybe with others, but definitely with yourself. I feel like it's about you guys making a confession here, you know, about whatever it is that you feel your truth is, or about whatever it is you may have done or are doing or whatever. It's just saying tell the truth. Be honest. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. You know, because by not being honest, you are allowing yourself to, sit in a situation where you feel ashamed, or sit in a situation where you feel left out. And the shame may not necessarily be on you. Maybe it's on someone else. But for those of you who this reading resonates with your love life, this is a romance angel card for you. However, even for those of you who this reading may not resonate with your love life, it's the messages sometimes for the romance angel cards can be so general sometimes that it can resonate with others in other areas of their life. But this card here, it says there is some chemistry involved in this situation, okay? So there is there's a strong magnetic attraction here, okay? So whatever is going on here, maybe you need to be honest with yourself about it. Maybe you know, for those of you, if you are maybe you need to acknowledge that finally, you know. Maybe there's somebody that you want to be involved with or deal with, but maybe you feel like you can't because it maybe, I don't know, maybe they're married, or maybe you're married, or maybe they're taken, or maybe it's just some really taboo type of situation or something. And maybe you're ashamed to admit that you like this person or whatever. That's not for all of you, that's some of you, you know, but whatever the case is, it looks like I said, like there's some sort of attraction here. There's some sort of chemistry here. Maybe you need to acknowledge that. Maybe you haven't been. Maybe you've been denying this to yourself because maybe, like I said, maybe this person isn't your type. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. And for others of you here in your situation, you know, maybe you have an attraction to a certain kind of career or a certain kind of lifestyle that maybe you feel others won't necessarily be as accepting of, or people may typecast you or outcast you and point fingers and say, hi, you know, you look at what you're doing, that's strange, or that's different, or that's odd, or this and that, and blah blah blah, or whatever, you know. And that could maybe be the reason why you guys are feeling shamed and you don't want to come out and be honest. Whatever's going on, Taurus, I'm going to tell you to be true to yourself, be true to you. There's nothing to be ashamed of. There's no reason for you to allow yourself to feel limited or restricted either, depending on what's going on in your situation, because you got the advice to just don't stop, continue to do what it is you're doing. And that's all I got for you guys right now. Okay, so that was the Taurus reading. Hit the like button if you like the reading. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, so that you can know when other readings are coming up. And like I said, the 2018 readings for the whole year are coming up once I'm done with all the January readings, which I'm almost done. I am going to do those drawing readings that I'm behind on because I've been, you know, everybody around here has been sick. It's been cold all around the country. Cold, you hear? And it's been throwing everybody off, making them sick. Some of you may have been lucky and blessed to not be, but around here we've been sick. Otherwise, anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed new year. Peace. Thanks for watching. You can seek a personal reading from me at, you know, prettytarot.com, and go to paypal.me/prettytarot if you want to support this channel. Have a blessed one.